Welcome, everybody, to Champion Sons, and thank you for joining us here in our brand new series featuring the Black Knights in Madden 2020, our British expansion franchise. Now, just to give y'all a little insight as to where the Black Knights came from. Originally, they were a little team in Buffalo, New York, but after being mistreated, after even New Era saying, we don't want to name your stadium, they decided to pick up shop and we moved all the way over to the UK. Mainly because, why not? They've acted like they wanted a stadium there. The NFL wants a team there. So let's go ahead and put them over there. Now, I said we did come from the Buffalo Bills, so we are in the AFC East, along with the Miami Dolphins, the Jets, and God, everybody hates them, the stupid Patriots. A bunch of idiots. So, taking a look at how this season is going to work out. So, for the settings, what we have going right now is we have everything is going to be on all Madden difficulty. Okay? It's on all Madden. The quarters are going to be 15-minute quarters, so those are the stats that you will be seeing. I'm not going to probably show the whole 15-minute game, but we will see what comes from it. Mainly a lot of the big highlight plays, the final scores, the big moments. I do have the accelerated clock to speed everything up to be 15 seconds on the play clock. All things are manual, so weekly training, trades, free agency, off-season, injury management, contract negotiations, scouting, and league advancement. Not really sure what that's in here for, to be honest with you. Never actually seen this one. Seems more like that'd be more for FIFA, but whatever. I did turn off all the pop-ups, auto progress, and auto fill the roster, mainly because I hate it when they do that, and I just prefer to do it myself. Now, just to show y'all, I have not messed with any of the sliders because I don't like to. Everything gets too confusing with how Madden did it this year for the Madden 20. So you think, oh, I'm improving my quarterback's accuracy. No, you're not. You're somehow decreasing it by going up. Up is down, down is up, left is right, right is left. I think most people have realized that using the Madden sliders, so I just said, forget it, not going to fart around with them, and just keep everything as it is standard. So, now, how did I get the Knights formed, and how did I fill out their roster? Well, what I like to do when I take over a team or work on a franchise or do a relocations thing such as this, I essentially try to I destroyed the team in the first year. So what y'all didn't see was the previous season as the Buffalo Bills. I pulled an Arizona Cardinals move and traded away our first round quarterback, Josh Allen. I think that's his name, Allen. Well, Allen's his last name. But I traded him away. I think I had the most you could probably get, 5 first-round draft picks, 3 second-round picks, and a third-round pick. Now, I did lose all my others, so I didn't have anything beyond the third round. But this is how our team kind of shaped up. So, looking at the depth chart. Since the Bills were the worst team last season, I was able to take Joe Burrow as the number 1 pick in the draft. So, that's who's going to be heading up our quarterback section. For the halfback, I did keep Devin Singletary. He's young. He's got a bunch of talent available. And so that's what I like having when I start developing teams. I like having a lot of young talent. Singletary's only 26. I got TJ Yeldon as his backup. And Justin Davis, who is also a fairly young guy, but he can serve as the third string. I've found that most of my running backs tend to get hurt in these series. Fullback I didn't really focus on. He's an older guy, but I figure in the upcoming draft maybe I'll work on getting a fullback. I don't even know if I'm going to use a fullback all that much to where he's going to be necessary. But we'll kind of see how that plays out. At wide receiver, do have John Brown leading the pack as an 81 overall with Cole Beasley. Justin Jefferson, one of my drafted rookies. I got him in the second round. I think it showed him as a first round. I did import the draft class into this, so it should have more or less most people that were in the real draft, but that's just kind of where he landed up. And then Robert Foster's at number 4 on the depth chart, Isaiah McKenzie at 5, and Devin Duvernay comes in at number 6. Not the final wide receiver. I always keep extra because I think we all know they tend to get injured. And Duvernay's got some decent speed, so I might end up putting him along with Foster as either, I think Duvernay may be a punt returner and Foster as a kick returner. That might be some of the best places for them. And Cole Beasley, I'm gonna try to trade away probably Cole Beasley. I might not get much for him, but I'll see what we can do. So don't expect for him to be on the team come next season, but you never know. And so at tight end, I kept Tyler Kroft. He's a middle-aged guy, but he's decent enough. Lee Smith, he's a little old, but he's serviceable as a backup. And then Tommy Sweeney, young fella, but he's only a 68 overall, and I need him to kind of get a little bit better, which he probably won't develop all that much more, so I'll be looking for a tight end in the coming drafts. Maybe not this next one, but the one after that. So at left tackle, got Dion Dawkins coming in as a 78 overall. Quentin Spain at left guard. Got Mitch Morse as our starting center with an 82. I did pick up Ted Karras in free agency. It was something I just wanted to have a backup because you hate it whenever someone goes down and then I got to start shifting everybody around on the line. So I just try to make things simple when each lineman to have at least one backup in that respective position. And at right guard, got Shane Lemieux. He was also one of my draft picks. He is a 74 overall, and I'll double check the roster here in a second, but I'm fairly certain that he has got one of them hidden abilities. So hopefully we get enough playing time and he doesn't get hurt, and we're able to kind of push through and see if we can't have a superstar in the making. And then at right tackle, got Lucas Yang, another rookie. He'll be starting right off the bat. Now on the defensive end, Trent Murphy. He's middle-aged, but he is a 78 overall, so I just wanted to make sure he had a backup. So I did pick up Daryl Johnson out of free agency. Daryl Johnson Jr. I think I picked him up. I picked somebody up. It was probably him, to be honest with you. I did kind of run out of some money doing that, going through free agency, but that's just the way it goes. Happens sometimes like that. At right end, I got the run stuffer Shaq Lawson. He's a beast. He's a young guy. Does have 4 years experience. I did re-sign him last year on the season that y'all did not see. So, I got him for I think another 5 years, 4 to 5 years at least is what we're looking at for him. Coming in at defensive tackle, Ed Oliver, young fella, 83 overall. And then we also have Jordan Phillips as a 76 and Javon Kinlaw. I'm actually going to go ahead and move, since I am in the depth chart, I'm going to move Kinlaw up to number 2. Mainly because Kinlaw has a hidden trait ability. He was, I want to say, a late first round pick that I had. Because I ended up having the 1st, the 4th, the 16th, like the 24th, and the 29th is what it ended up being, I believe. So he was one of the first round picks. And so I'm going to move him up to number 2 because they're basically more or less the same. In fact, Kinlaw has more speed. He's got a better acceleration, better agility. Not quite as good in the strength and the awareness, but that'll come in time. Play recognition is also a little bit low, but he's got better power moves, way better finesse moves, and way better block shedding. So when you have your defensive tackle, that's what you're needing. And then at left outside linebacker, got Matt Milano, young kid, kept him from the Buffalo team. Moved him out to England along with us. Middle linebacker Tremaine Edmonds, a beast of a man in the middle. Also got, we'll just call him Joseph, backing him up because I don't know how to pronounce his first name. So Joseph will be backing him up in the middle spot. And then I got Chase on out of LSU. I don't know how to pronounce his first name, but this dude is a beast. Another first round pick. Drafted him. And so, yeah, he shot straight up to the top of the depth chart and really kind of took over our right outside linebacker spot. At cornerback, Tre'Davious White, another young individual, a shutdown corner, an 89 overall. I'm sure will easily be a 90 to 91 by the time the season's done. Teron Johnson, I think it's Teron. God, I hate to think of how bad I might be pronouncing these guys' names. But he's our number 2. Trevor Williams comes in at number 3 on the depth chart. And Levi Wallace is at number 4. I did get Trayvon Diggs, who will also probably be doing some duties in the return game for us, as he's got 93 speed. But he is also a hidden ability player. So at free safety, kept Micah Hyde. I thought about trying to trade him because he is getting a little bit up there. But I figured I might want to wait. I figured I could trade him if I ended up being able to draft, Delpit in one of the safety spots. But I ended up missing out on him in the first round, so I kept Hyde, and I'm going to keep him at least till the end of his contract. And I'll see what kind of free safeties come up in scouting. Same thing with strong safety. Jordan Poyer is an 83 overall, but I do think that we can do better in this section in our safety field. So I'll keep a watch out on what we have in the drafts and the recruiting classes. Not recruiting classes. Jeez, been watching some NCAA 14 videos. But I'll keep in mind what we have in the scouting to see where strong safeties and free safeties are in the upcoming drafts in the near future. At kicker, got Hauschka. He does have 90 kick power, 81 accuracy, and horrible speed, but he's a kicker. What do you expect? He's got a little bit of tackling, for a field goal kicker, so in case it ever gets blocked, he might be able to actually tackle somebody. And then at punter, I have all right, yeah, Bajorquez? I meant Corey. Let's just call the guy Corey. Ain't no point in embarrassing myself any further with that last name. And he is a 70 overall, 94 kick power, 74 accuracy. So hopefully I can get that accuracy developed a little bit. We'll be doing I have a feeling we'll be doing plenty of punting this season. All right, so that's how that is going to work out for us as far as our team goes. And let's take a look at what happened during the preseason. So we started off with a loss to the Cowboys, 8-26. Followed that up with a loss to the Jaguars, 21-28. But we closed out preseason strong with a 30-24 win over the Seahawks, and then a 28-21 win over the New Orleans Saints. So this is probably more or less how our season is going to end up working out. Closer to 500 is what I'm really hoping for. I'm really going to do everything we can to prevent it from becoming a losing season, but let's just see how things shape out for us. Okay, we did end up picking up a new coach. So let me go ahead and get into that for you. All right, Thomas Pitta. His offensive scheme is a vertical zone run, and his defensive is a 4-3 under. Legacy score, 0. Well, it's our first one to do. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. Season goals, make the playoffs is very hard. 9+ regular wins is hard. 8+ regular wins is normal. And, geez, if we can't get more than 4 wins, it's going to be a long rebuild on this one. And so here's where we're kind of looking at for some of his legacy goals. We won't get into that too much We haven't even started his first season. So that's how everything is going to be shaping out, and we're going to be jumping into the first game of the season, playing at Hard Rock Stadium against the Miami Dolphins. And here we are on a rainy Sunday in Miami. It's going to be a brutal one today. With the rain that we have going, probably going to be a lot of running happening. Most likely some shorter passes. But one thing that has always kind of tended to be a problem with some things in the rain is players lose their footing real easily. But this is the Black Knights. We are no longer the Buffalo Bills. We are a different team. We are a better team. Devontae Parker, he's a bum compared to our team. Anybody on our team. So, look at him. Devontae Parker already got Tre'Davious White lined up against him. He's going to get dominated. One of our X-Factor cornerbacks. Here's our first game of his career. Steven Hauschka getting ready for the kickoff. And the Black Knights legacy is underway. Here we go. And I think it should be noted real quick while this guy starts to return it, is whenever I was doing the recording, I was looking at my computer monitor, which lags compared to the, real time of the game. Oh, and just minor break-in on that one. Drew Brees, now part of the Miami Dolphins. The Saints said, we don't like talent. We got rid of him. But the kicking game is a little funky at the beginning because I was looking at my computer screen instead of my TV the way I normally would. But either way, excuses are like, well, I think everybody knows what they're like because everybody's got one and they all stink. And I do play with linemen more than I do with the linebackers, mainly because that's what I like to use. I don't like to use the linebackers all the time. I think if you're a lineman, you're always engaged on every play. Plus, that's what I played when I was on the field of my middle school, freshman year of high school. So. And Dolphins starting out strong with a big pass play by Brees. Our defense, we got some good corners. I mean, there's not anything outstanding. Even Tre'Davious White, he is an X factor. I don't think he's quite got that yet. But, yeah, he's just superstar right now. But he is an X factor. He will be. And I'm going to need to probably look into the draft for a new one. For someone to step up, maybe a first rounder, see what I can do as far as trade-wise to look at getting top cornerback or check out free agency. Spend my money wisely on my re-signs and everything. Let's see what free agency will pop up for us on the end of the season. And Drew Brees is just doing what Drew Brees does, just methodically moving down the field. Not with too much of trouble, which is disturbing. So look at that defense. Yep, little pitching the giddy up there. And our defense is struggling with some zone. We are going to go man. We'll probably be playing mostly man for this game. That's the one thing. When you have a quarterback, kind of whiffed on a couple times. American running back, Ron Miller's acting like a beast. He only has 2 rushes for 9 yards. But good gosh. He's juking, he's diving, he's running people over. He seems to just be doing it all. Alright, so we got him at a 2nd and 1. And, I completely overrun that play and I failed to stop it. I could have gotten in there, but that one was completely on me. And so now it's 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Brees' X Factor is just highlighted there. Jesus. And they hand it out. We stop him just at the 1-yard line. Miller not getting through on that play. That is the kind of defense that I have a feeling are going to need a lot during the season because we are probably going to give up a lot of yards. So goal line defense is going to be a big thing for us. Should have gone for the interception. Oh my goodness. That was, who was one of our safeties, I believe. And here we are with the defensive line coming into the linebackers, anchored by Tremaine Edmonds and maybe on Kaysen on the right side. And yeah, Jordan Poyer as our strong safety, and that was our free safety that was there to break up the play. All right, so now it's 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line, and we completely just bounce off of him. Miller acting like it was nothing. Just like a little gust of wind blew him to the side a little bit as he rushes into the end zone. And they have scored on the first drive of the season. Our first attempt at defense ends with a shameful attempt at a tackle as they score a touchdown on us. And we are going to go down 7-0 to Miami here in week 1. That drive lasted almost 5 minutes. Just a little bit over 4 minutes and 9 seconds, I believe, just like that. And our defense looking at each other like, you missed your assignment. No, you missed your assignment. Everybody missed their assignment, so shut up, says our coach as he goes over there. Edmonds, you got to hammer this stuff down. You're our leader. You're our man. You need to take charge. So, here we go, finally. And yeah, I had to go check the depth chart to make sure that I had the kick returner back there that I wanted. I had mentioned putting Trayvon Diggs in the backfield to return those kicks just based off his speed, but I forgot to do it from the menu, so I decided to go check it out. And hey, lo and behold, he's actually there as our starting kick returner. So here we come, getting ready for our first offensive possession for the Black Knights. The legacy begins. Also with Joe Burrow having to switch over to number 11 for our team. God, I like these uniforms. Yeah, it reminds me of the old school Falcons uniforms from, I guess, the 90s. And I always appreciated those. A little bit basic, but nice. That's what you need. Something that's but nice. Alright, so knowing that we do have Burrow at quarterback, and he is a rookie, although he's a 79 overall, it's one of those things you want to be careful of pushing him too much down the field with him, just because, especially on an all-man difficulty, he's not going to have that accuracy to start out. So his first pass is only for 4 yards, but hey, it's completed, and that's what matters. Alright, so now we're at 2nd and 6. We're going to try running it off the left side. Normally have pretty decent success with these, but our guard doesn't get off his block. And so the linebacker has a free shot at him, and he gets also tackled from behind. Alright, 3rd and 1. The trickiest of the plays at times, it seems like in Madden. If you want to go for the run, you want to go for the short pass. If they open it up for the deep ball, then yeah, go for it. But a lot of times you see they'll play back on it. So you're not going to be able to get them with the play action or something. So I go for the run, and we just get stuffed. Oh my goodness. TJ Yeldon, 2 rushes for 5 yards, but he needed to have 2 rushes for 6 yards to give us that first down, and we do not complete it. Our first offensive drive ends in 3 plays. That is highly disappointing. And I mentioned about looking at the computer screen. Well, things like this are what happens. You will notice a definite difference later on. And I'm the only body pointing it out for y'all at that time. So we're back on defense now, and the Brees-led Dolphins have the ball at the 38-yard line. So Brees takes the snaps, and he hands it off to Miller, who gets stuffed in the backfield. Hey, yeah, that was bad. He already has 6 rushes in this quarter. We still have 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. So Brian Flores is going rush heavy. I say that's 6 rushes, 4 passes. I guess he's just had the ball for a lot of plays. And they're still opening holes. Our defensive line, we've got some good guys. We got some young talent on that side. And that's just what it is. It's going to have to be some patience and getting them developed and built up for these things. So that's going to happen some. Like, we do have a hidden superstar or hidden ability defensive tackle is playing on our right side, the offense is left, and so once again being a rookie, that's going to happen. And we finally stop them. Our defense stepping up, playing big. Only their second time on the field as a Black Knight, and they have already stopped the other team. Granted, we let them get it to full time, but that's beside the point. And they punt it out into the end zone. You know, that's one thing I always figured would have been a lot better with the all Madden difficulty is the punting accuracy. I didn't mess with those sliders, and I really don't want to, but it's just one of those things that you would think, that even with it being on all Madden, it'd be a lot better than what it is. But, oh well, take advantage. So the Black Knights offense takes the field from the 20-yard line with 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. And Burrow gets the snap and drops back, and he throws it across to Beasley. Beasley gets about 4 yards on that play. That's about what you would. That's the best way to use Beasley. Here's our draft picks. Like I said, 5 first rounders, 2 seconds, and 1 third rounder. Made a lot of destruction. As the old saying goes, creation through destruction. I think that's an economic saying, actually. Oh well. Minor point. And we get it to our tight end and going across the field for 5 yards. Oh, 3 for 3 to start out his career. Can't ask for much better than that. Well, you could ask for a touchdown to have been added, but beside the point. So now we're at our tricky 3rd and 3. And we are going to go with running didn't work last time, so why the heck would we do that again? Alright, that's what you're probably thinking yourself, because we do and it works this time. Oh my goodness, Yeldon busted out big. And that's one thing, you know, we are a vertical run scheme. Vertical zone run, if I'm not mistaken. So that's kind of why these plays tend to work out a little bit better for us. And I just need to do better, do more in terms of running those plays more often. And when you have a quarterback, you want to get the points up, especially if you're losing. Burrow off to the side. But you think you need to get those quick points, you really don't. Just stick to your game. Do what your team is meant to do. And generally you'll turn out okay. With the out pattern, Burrow for 8 yards, 4 for 4 on play. And we are at a 2nd and 2 at about the 9 at the Black Knight 49. And we cross over into Miami territory. We have got a 1st and 10 from the Miami 47-yard line. Alright, they're starting to move the ball. And Burrow, he gets the snap. He's looking across the field. And I see Beasley try to completely overthrow it to a tight end. Beasley. I think that was more just a throwing it away, basically. Giving one of the bigger guys a chance. Alright, so let's see if we can get a little more running going. And nope, we are completely stuffed. David Singletary. Only 3 yards, bringing us to a 3rd and 7. Alright, 3rd and 7 from the Miami 44-yard line. This is the first driver we started moving the ball some, so that is positive. And we got Jefferson going across. Down and over. Boom, right over the middle. What a throw. On point. 5 for 6 is 43 yards for Burrow. And Jefferson, his former teammate, with a 23-yard reception. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think we did draft 3 LSU guys. That's Burrow and 2 others. Whoopsie, LSU heading. And we are now 1st and 10 from the 21, almost inside the red zone. Make it official. This is our first trip in the red zone for the Black Knights. All right, 2nd and 5 from the 16. And we are going to go ahead and get lined up. 3 out wide. 1 back, 1 tight end. Burrow gets the snap, and they're blitzing it big. But we got the screenplay called, and he makes a crappy throw. But we get him to the outside a little bit. Yeldon with a nice run after the catch. Well done, sir. Yeldon, 1 reception for a 6-yarder. 1st and goal from the 10. Goal to go. All right. And Burrow, he calls man in motion, and he gets the snap. Now hand it off, and Yeldon gets stuffed. That does seem to tend to be a problem with the running game, and it's something you have to adjust to whenever you start out with a team like this.
And something like all Madden difficulty is just you got to learn how to line up block, how quickly they get off blocks, and make adjustments on how you play based off of that. And I couldn't get the change I wanted to, so I had to call a timeout there. So I burned one at the end of the first quarter as we are down 7-0 with 30 seconds to go in quarter number 1. But we do have a 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. See what we can get working. We got the corners are playing up close. See if I can't get Brown. Get past this guy and get it out there. And almost intercepted. That would have been a heartbreaker. But alas, it was not. Now we're at 3rd and goal. 29 seconds to go in the first quarter. Burrow takes the snap. And it's almost intercepted again. 2 incompletions in a row. As we are now at 4th and goal from the 9-yard line. Kicking into a little bit of late and I mentioned how the kicking game is off. That's the final. Cannot miss field goal. And that's how the first quarter will end. That's 7-0. So Miami, here in the second quarter, is on the same drive. They're now on our side of the field at the Black Knight 37-yard line. 3rd and 4. Brees gets the snap and hands it off to Robert Wilson, who comes back across and would have been stopped short for a 4th down. But guess what? Edmonds gives him a gift, a free 15 yards. And that will push them up to the 18-yard line. All right, defense, we've got to step up again. Brees still well lit up, throws it over the middle for the touchdown. We are now down 14-0 here in the second quarter. Man, that was to Smythe. How did he get so wide open? That was a man defense call. So, and look at Edmonds. He just acted like he didn't know what he was doing. Well, maybe he slid in mud or something, but Smythe just runs right past him and catches it for the touchdown. And so we are now going to be down 2 scores here with 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. All right, but we really need to focus on putting points on the board. And once again, defense is starting to get pissed at each other. Edmonds. Who's that lineman arguing with? Stuff happening. And then they kick it off. Diggs will be able to return this kick. And I kind of get up the middle, but he gets it to the 30-yard line. So about a 21-yard return around. Not too short. And Burrow comes back out. We have a 1st and 10 from the 30. And he hands it off to Yellen. Gets stuffed at the line. Once again, he got 5 rushes for 20 yards. And so now we're down to a 2nd and 10. All right, Burrow to under center. And we call him out of it. Players making adjustments. They bring the boost to the meeting. And what a agility by the linebacker. Jesus. That was a horrible throw, but my God. The guy just leapt like 9 feet in an instant. All right. Here we go. 3rd and 10. And got a running back open. And Yeldon was not able to juke anybody on that pass. So they do stop us after 5 yards and bring up a 4th down. Okay, so we end up having a punt. And I think this is where my kicking moves have changed. So you'll see this is about as perfect as it can get. That's what happens when you look at the TV versus the laptop screen. And boom, nailed it. Right off the ground, into the little pylon, down at the 1-yard line. That is how you punt the ball. And now we got great position to try to get him stuffed for a safety. And so we line up on defense. And I know they're running. They're going to be running up the gut. And I get the ball. Oh, and I get run over. Oh, my goodness. That was my rookie defensive tackle. Fullback says, welcome to the NFL, young fella. All right, so now it's 2nd and 6 after a 4-yard gain by the fullback. And he cuts it out to the wide. A lot of left, and he gets about 15 yards. Actually, only about 12. Well, all right. Now we've given him some space. We're making it tough on ourselves to try to get that safety. That's what we're trying to do. And Brees is in the shotgun and gets the snap, and they hand it off to Miller. And Miller's going to be stuffed down pretty quickly on that one. 2nd and 8 for the Dolphins. And we do have 8 minutes and 48 seconds left to go in the second quarter. We're only down by 14, so we have to get a stop. We cannot let them continue to put points on us. And Gesicki gets that little out pass, but we do get him stopped after about 5 yards on that one. All right, so we're going to be bringing a little bit of a man defense to here. And let's see if we can't get some pressure. That's where we've been failing on defense. I think a lot of this game is getting the pressure. And he throws it to the running back, who just runs out after only gaining a couple yards. So we do end up stopping him, 4th and 3. Okay, now we may have something working. And here comes Diggs. He's going to be able to return this one. Diggs gets the ball in, he puts it to the right, and his tackle very short there, like 35 yards. Did have a lane open. I noticed that now. Did have a lane open. Should have took it. All right, here we are a little bit later on in this drive here in the second quarter, about 5 minutes ago. Handed off to Yeldon, who thought we had a hole, and he gets stuffed for a 1-yard loss. 6 rushes for 19 yards. See, I went from 5 and 20 at the end of the first quarter, basically to 6 rushes for 19 yards. Almost near the bottom half of the second quarter, so not running the ball like I know I should have. They've already got me out of my game. That's no bueno. And lucky that one was not intercepted. Oh my goodness. That one really should have been. Alright, we got Beasley going across the middle, got Yeldon taken down. And Beasley, he's wide open. Get him on that little crossing pattern. Deep post, I guess you would say. Let's go, boy. Let's go. All right, Burrow hitting the guys when he needs to. He's completing the passes that he should be completing, and that's what we like to see from our quarterbacks. So many times I played this game with rookie quarterbacks where they're about 30 yards off. I got Jefferson sweeping across the middle. But I end up completely whiffing. Talking about making passes he needs to make and should have made that one, and I failed. Completely blew it. It's still 14-0, 2nd and 10 from the 17-yard line. Yeldon gets some space, and he kind of cuts it up for about 4 yards. We are now at a 3rd and 5. That's a pretty manageable 3rd down from the 13-yard line. Just at about 3 minutes to go in the second quarter after this play, and Burrow gets the snap. He's looking around, and I got to throw it away. I'm pretty sure I had people open, but I panicked a little bit, and ended up throwing that away. All right, so going for the field goal, keeping our fingers crossed. Houseville, boom, right down the middle, dead center. Couldn't be better. And we got our first points on the board. First point scored by the Black Knights is a field goal in the second quarter. That's kind of depressing when I say it. And so now we kick it off. Move my end of the ball back. Kick it out of the end zone, so they will take it at the 25-yard line. And here comes Brees back out on the field. He's 12 for 15 for 122 and a touchdown. Jeez. No wonder his X Factor has been lit up the whole dang game. It's ridiculous. So just under 3 minutes to go. And he hits Gesicki going across the middle, who was tackled rather quickly after it. So now, still just under 3 minutes. We're going to be approaching the 2-minute limit shortly. He's got nobody in the backfield to protect him, so we're going to bring some lineman pressure, which does not get to him. And he hits Gesicki again going across the field, this time over by the out of bounds. And he gets about 3 or 4 more yards on that play. Now we are at 2 minutes here in the first half. Black Knights are down by 11. Alright. Brees takes it in the backfield. He's got two backs around him. 3rd and 3. And the throw, he catches it at the 50-yard line. Wow, Albert Wilson. And Devontae Parker. Dang it. 4 catches for 44 yards, averaging 11 yards per catch. Really number 11 against our defense. Brees from under center now. Take the snap. We get a good jump, just can't seem to break free from that right lineman. And a poor throw. A rare poor throw by Drew Brees. That one goes incomplete. Stopping the clock, making it 2nd and 10. Still 150 left in this half. It's dragging out forever. Brees throws and he comes back across. He came back across. That's going to be a 3rd down. Parker caught it on the 1st down side and then came back across and gets tackled. So now it's 32. And we're looking at a minute and a half. We got a chance to stop him. And if we can stop and get the ball back, maybe we can make at least a little something. Oh, he comes back across too. What a great catch by Miller. That second effort made him run back across on the wrong side of the sticks. He gets tackled for a 4th and inches. So we call timeout. I'm going to bring the punt block. Let's see if I can't get to him. If I can get this punt block, I may be able to turn some momentum in our favor. But no, don't get close. And they punt it completely out of the end zone for some reason. And they go punting the ball. Accurate. Alright, so I got a minute 10 left. Yeah, I've seen crazier things happen, but I think we can pull this off. I think we can get some points on the board before this half is over with. You know, no one time out, all it takes is one decent sized play. And hit it Beasley going across the middle. That was only for about 9.5 yards. We have a 2nd and inches. Hurry it up. Change up some play calling, get some guys moving. And, oh, they read me. He intercepts it. Oh, no. And that is going to be a devastating job. Joe Burrow's first interception of his career will lead us into halftime. Miami does get a field goal, making it 17-3, putting us down by 14 points. They are beating us in every facet of the game right now, as you can see. So let's check scores around the league right now. We got Chicago at Tennessee. And they are tied going into the halftime. Mitch Trubisky with a touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater taking the helm for Tennessee. Has 82 yards. Not very good. About Joe Burrow-esque. Detroit at Atlanta. Atlanta is leading 12-0. Matt Ryan with 176 yards and a touchdown. Throwing to Julio Jones on a 55-yard bomb. And that'll probably give them a week 1 win if they can maintain that. Arizona at Washington. Tied at 7 coming into the halftime. Dwayne Haskins Jr. is 94 yards and an interception. Kyler Murray's got 59 yards, but does have a touchdown to balance that out. And so that's where we stand coming into the second half of our opening season game. Opening season, opening team, opening legacy game. Alright, so we're going to get the kick. We're going to get to return the kick this half since we kicked it off. Started the game. And Diggs is going to get a return this one. Just need to get some open a little bit. Oh, almost had to move on it. Oh, man, if I could have gotten around that edge. We're talking probably another 20, 30 yards, if not a touchdown. All right, so here comes Burrow, 12 for 20 for 100 yards and an interception in the first half. I guess we could have worse stats. We could also definitely have better, don't get me wrong. We could have better stats. All right. Take the snap in the shotgun, hand it off on the delay, and same old story, stuffed for a loss of 2 yards. Miami defense looking like they're phenomenal against Miami, but maybe we're just like that. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Time will tell on this game. It's a football game. And we hit Brown. One of his first catches of the game off on the right side. Joe Burrow, 13 for 21, 107 yards. We are now at a 3rd and 5. We really need to get the ball moving if we're going to have any chance. I got Brown uncovered. Got him, son. Brown with the catch on a quick throw by Burrow, putting it on point. All right, so 1st and 10 for the Black Knights at their own 46-yard line. Burrow's under center. And they hand the ball. That's Singletary, who gets about 2 yards. 2 yards. His average a little bit better. He's at 5 rushes and 23 yards. Not a little bit better than Yeldon at 30. And we're going to do a little bit of play action. And I get sacked. The first sack of Burrow's career. Probably should have thrown him out of the way. Didn't really have much of anybody open. Just hold on to it. Split second too long, putting us in an impossible 3rd and 18. I say impossible, just figure out our team. Alright, so we're going Jefferson in. Bears reaching to the left, and he sees Jefferson. And I throw up basically a nugget and just get lucky that it doesn't get intercepted by Miami. Wow, that could have been so harsh in this game. So we are going to have to punt the ball away. And I'm not able to angle it. I always think I have it angled properly, but I just never do. And so we're going to catch up with the game later on in the 3rd quarter as we held Miami to a 3-and-out. And TJ Yeldon with the run for 3 yards, and he gets hurt. So Yeldon's done for the game. Coming in with 6.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And Jimmy Singletary will be taking the lead for us in the backfield. Just making some little changes. Wasting a lot of time. And, no, don't have it. I'm going to take the sack again. I at least tried to throw it this time. The release just isn't quick enough yet. He is only a 79 overall, so it's going to take a little bit of time to develop Burrow, but I think he's going to be definitely very, very good. We are definitely going to have a very good quarterback. Oh, man. Just not enough touch. 17 to 27 for 140-something yards. So TJ Yeldon has an abdominal tear, so he's done for multiple weeks, not just this week. And we're going to have to punt the ball away. 4th and 16. So we beat it perfectly to the corner, just need a bounce, and it goes the other way. Ouch. That hurts. The game isn't even working against me now at this point. That's ridiculous. Tell you what, that will just be game over. So they will take over at the 20-yard line with 5.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. And they handle the ball off. Edmonds smashes him up the middle. What a fierce tackle. And we've only allowed 54 yards so far in this game. About him. Miami's at 15 rushes and 25 passes. And we finally get the sack. It took us a blitz from our nickelback, but we finally get the sack. Teron Johnson. TJ, what we call him, with the first sack of the Black Knights history. And Lawson can't get any pressure with the throw to Miller. Now humiliating the dive and missing that tackle. Brees is 20 for 26 with 180 yards, but we have stopped them again. It is now 4th and 9 for Miami. They're going to have to punt it big. Let's see if we can make something happen. And get in there, there's no blocking. Not one bit of blocking. Ouch. That really hurts. That really hurts. And so Burrow's coming back out onto the field. We're still looking for his first touchdown of his career. And so far, the first touchdown of the Black Knights history. That's what we're looking for. Ready. 50, play. All right. So we got Foster out wide. He's in the middle. And they nailed the tight end. Little hit you giddy up there. And that's caught for about 3 yards. The Burrow's got 146 yards out of that. 1 interception. I'm going to take the snap from under center. Run off to the right. And just need some blocking. Not too much, but there was a little bit of a hole, and that's the reason why we got 4 yards on that. So I guess you can't ask for much more than that from anybody. 4-yard run's pretty decent. All right, so 3rd and 3. If we want to hit Brown and come across on the slant, would be ideal. Burrow gets the snap. Nailed him, coach. Boom, hits Brown on the slant. He gets walloped by Simmons, linebacker. Don't make no mistake. That is what we call it. First down, ladies and gentlemen. All right. There you go. Burrow's going to be under center. And he takes the snap and hands it back off to Singletary, who gets stuck. 9 rushes for 36 yards. So he's still averaging about 4 yards per carry. Definitely want to do better, but it's one of those things where, hey, if we were running 20 times at 4 yards, 80 plus yards. Really. And Beasley, old reliable. That's what I need to start calling him. I always thought about maybe trading him away, but after this game, he may be one of our top guys. Maybe that old reliable, dependable guy that we need. Alright. 3rd and inches. 1 minute to go in the 3rd quarter from Miami 44. We actually run the ball for a first down. But at what cost, I ask you? Singletary gets hurt. Now I got 2 running backs hurt. I mentioned why I carry 3 running backs on the roster. It's moments like this that takes us into the 4th quarter. Black Knights still with the ball, now down to the 22-yard line. We have lost 2 running backs this game. But look at it. Now we got a little bit of something going. Davis up the middle for 8 yards on that draw play. Okay. I think we may be getting ready to turn the tide. If we can get a touchdown, it puts us within 1 score. Makes this a whole new ball game. Burrow takes a snap from the shark. And I call timeout because I keep trying to change plays. Change the clock routes and I mess it up. Well, you have a rookie like that, it just doesn't happen all that quick as quickly as it needed to. I'm going to go downside. Madden fixed that at 21. Jared Burrow would be able to get off those hot routes quicker than what this game anticipated he could do. At least that's what I said. Now roll out to the left. I'm going to run it with Burrow. Burrow's got a little bit of wheels. He's not a scrambler. You can see he got 2 rushes for 12 yards, so it's not bad. He can move the ball when I need him to move it. He got 4 yards on that rush. I wouldn't play him until he get 5 or 6 or 4 to go. I don't know what happened there. Burrow just slipped. Looked humiliating. Almost thrown an interception. Thankfully, it was not an interception. Alright. I love this little route by Davis. He ran back. He's wide open now. He drops it right off his hands. Davis, sir. What are you doing, dude? Alright, so we're going to have to settle for a field goal. I think I mentioned, the kicking game got better. Still not as perfect. I almost saw it wide right. Hushka definitely need to work on your accuracy. And so now we're going to be joined by Miami. We have 2 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. And Miller's still juking everybody out. White makes the tackle, thankfully. Miller's got 17 rushes for 87 yards. Approaching that 100-yard mark. Hopefully we can keep it below that. And thanks to our sacks, Brees is no longer in the zone. And Albert Wilson does a little juke move that makes my guy dive out of bounds as Wilson runs out of bounds. So, not that great of a awareness on that part. Alright, 3rd and 3 from the 16-yard line. And that bounce off of it. Jeez. He wasn't even my rookie around. He was all of it. He's been in the league for a couple years. Miller just made him seem like he gusting around. I swear, just going, brushed him off like he was nothing. Now Miami has a 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. 8 minutes to go. I'm needing a snap. And I'm only down by 11. But this is not an impossible thing to overcome. I have the talent on offense to make that big play. I just need to get the stop. Brees gets the snap. And he throws it out to Wilson, who's going to make the catch. And so Brees now at 215 yards and a touchdown on the day. Miami has 300 total yards of offense. They are now at 3rd and 4 from the 6-yard line. 7 minutes ago here in the fourth quarter as they lead 17-6. Brees takes the snap. And he hits the 60 at the 1-yard line. Oh my goodness. Couldn't come any closer to a touchdown on there. Got across the goal line. Alright, so they not really a goal line package, but it is a power package that they're using. And I completely run out of the way. I go the way I should have. I completely run out of the way and open it up. Alright. And I throw an interception on the ensuing drive, and that's going to be a pick six. Joe Burrow, second interception, seals the game for Miami. It wasn't sealed already, but the score is now 31-6. And we have the ball back at 6 minutes to go. Davis makes a good little run up the middle for about 5 yards. All right, so I think our goal right now is just to get a touchdown on the board. If we can get a touchdown, that'll give us a little bit of momentum going into week 2. What a throw to Brown. Burrow on the move, puts it on the money. Now has 200 yards passing on the day. A little bit later in the drive. Hits a tight end going across the middle. Burrow, 228 for 2 interceptions. 209 passing yards total. Tyler Kroft with his 5th reception of the game, but only 33 yards. So we need to get him moving a little bit more.
Hey, exit.
So we're making a lot of changes. So I'm going down the clock on it. I'm so used to that being Beasley. I'm down to the 13-yard line. 2.5 minutes ago. Now we're at the 2-minute mark. Throwing the screen pass. Davis gets some yards, so better than the last time we did this. Okay. Clock is under 2 minutes. We know we're not going to win, but we are going to put up a touchdown. Mark my words. Burrow from the shotgun. And he gets the snap. I see Brown on the snap across the middle. He makes a catch and he strolls into the end zone. And he starts feeding his team rock, paper, scissors. Oh, wow. What a play. First touchdown for Burrow. Right over the middle, squeezing it in. Let's kick this extra point and make it on home. And I shank it, but that's not the icing on the cake for this game. 12-31, and that is how this game is going to end for us today. It's pretty humiliating, I'm not going to lie to you. But we did have more passing yards at 239 to 202, but they had a way more rushing yards at 120 to 85 in total. And they did have the 2 takeaways on the interceptions to our none. So we are going to have to play a little bit better going forward. Apparently, the AFC East is looking like a brutal division with Miami being undefeated after week 1. Looking at Joe Burrow's stats, not that bad. 29 of 43. That's a 67% completion percentage with 1 touchdown. The 2 interceptions, you'd like those numbers to be switched if he's got to have an INT. This is where we struggle. Singletary was leading on the day at 37 yards, followed by Yeldon at 25. Davis came out with 11 yards in total. Cole Beasley was our leading receiver, 8 receptions for 80 yards. Kroft had 50. Brown had 61 and scored the touchdown. So we're going to have to work on our red zone offense. I think that's just one of those things that we're going to have to deal with kind of going forward from here. All right, so let's take it back to the locker room. And Chason's got an upgrade point already. Oh, well done. Get his speed rusher upgraded, so he's going to be a 78 overall. And he's only got a couple hundred more plays before we figure out what his hitting ability is. All right, so let's check out this injury. TJ Yeldon, he's out for 5 weeks. Okay, that happens. And guys, while I'm thinking about it, don't forget to like and subscribe on our video for more content, for our future content, and to check out our Planet Coaster series and our other Madden series, along with our Major League Baseball. All right, commentator, last season sucked. How do I avoid that? It starts with our coaches. I fired my old coach, and I brought in Pitta. So we got to do better there. Okay? I think that's pretty self-explanatory. So plus 2% staff rating per win. Ooh, lot per loss. That's going to be no bueno for us. All right, so next week we will take on the New England Patriots. So stay tuned with us for that. And as always, everybody, be safe and later, y'all.